Great.
Welcome to our Schools is the Club's theater production. This year's play is based on a story that all of you are very familiar with. It's Alice in Wonderland, and we worked really hard to be able to make this show possible for you guys. We wrote the scenes, memorized lines, built and painted all of the decorations you see around you. So we hope you have a good time, have fun, and stay mad.
Just the darkness are so
And then he says, two, seven, take a seat. I've gone through all your pathetic ideas, each worse than the other. I don't know why I hired you in the first place. Wait, I didn't. You did. Should fire you too. Should fire you three. Why don't you spend less time making stupid jokes instead of coming up with better ideas? Your new deadline is 15:20.
But it's already 15:15.
Why the hurry?
You have 3 minutes left. 3, 2, 1. You, ugly one, in the corner.
I couldn't think of anything. There wasn't enough time.
Do you know why they're called deadlines? Because if you don't meet them, you're dead!
I just got fired again.
Yeah, honey, you might have lost your job for the 7th time and you just broke up with your boyfriend and I'm your only friend. But that doesn't mean you failed in life. Isn't that right, honey?
Totally.
Oh, and I was just speaking to your cousin
Marlene.
Marlene. She just published her New York Times best-selling book, Wives on Holiday with her husband, Bernie. It's called One Door Closes and Another Opens, baby. Maybe you should give it a read. She sent you a copy.
That's very nice of her. Well done, Marlene.
Oh, and your other cousin John just got a promotion and Barbara got married. Everyone is just so happy and successful.
me again. So I'm also going to be the narrator of the story, since it's actually quite longer and we had to shorten it. Some of the scenes may have some gaps between them, and I'm here to fill them for you. Like, for example, here, Alice fell. Keep going.
Alright. Actually, Chile. Oh, Mayor's and Whiskers. How late is getting?
Wait! Wait! Can you tell me where I am, please? Wait! Locked. Door. Door.
No. No, still locked.
Will I ever get out again? Like my mother once said, never stop trying.
Look at me. I'm a tiny golden kid.
Thank you, Mother! It might be one of the doors.
Oh, she's a smart one.
Wish I thought of that. What a clever ducky she is.
Ow! That's pissing my brain off.
Somebody call my lawyer. Seriously? Again?
Looks at you, Lord. Or you keep Look at me. I'm at the golden key. Not the door. I did not see that before. It might be the key. It fits. It fits. It's the loveliest garden I ever saw. Beds of bright flowers and cool fountains. I can't even get my head through the doorway. And even if my head would go through, it would be very little use without my shoulders. Oh, I wish I could shut up like a telescope.
Ricky.
What's that?
Ricky.
It's all very well to say drink me. I'm not going to do that in a hurry. I have to look to see if it's marked poison or not. But
Look at me. I'm a tiny golden kid.
I forgot the key. Come, there's no use in crying like that. I advise you to leave off this minute. Eat me. This is a very curious place. Eat me. Well, I'll eat it, and if it makes it grow larger, I can reach the key. And if it makes it grow smaller, I can creep under the door. Either way, I'll get into the beautiful garden, and I don't care what happens. My poor little feet. I wonder who will put on your shoes and socks for you now, dears. Well, I'm sure I shan't be able. I shall be a great deal too far out to trouble myself about you. You must manage the best way you can. What
Oh,
a
the
nonsense.
Duchess! The Duchess! Won't she be savage if I kick her wing?
I wonder if I've been changed through the night. And if I have, then who in the world am I? Well, I'm sure I'm not Ada, for her hair goes in such long ringlets, and mine doesn't go in ringlets at all. And I'm sure I can't be Mabel, for I know all sorts of things, and she knows very little. But let's see if I know the things as I used to. 4 times 5 is 12. 4 times 6 is 13. And 4 times 7 is 15. But I shall never get to 20 at that rate. Let's try geography. London is the capital of Paris, and Paris is the capital of Rome, and Rome is the capital of... That's all wrong. I'm certain I must have been changed from Mabel.
The protagonist did what she wanted to do and got into Wonderland. It's all very boring. Wanna hear a joke? Knock knock.
Who's there?
Allison.
Allison Root.
Alice in Wonderland.
Ew.
Get it? Cause anyway.
Who are you?
I hardly know Sartis as present. I mean, I knew who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have been changed several times since then.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
I can't explain myself, sir, because I'm not myself, you see?
I do not see.
I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly, for I don't understand myself to begin with. I mean, so many different sizes in a day is very confusing.
Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why? Hey! Come back. I have something important to say. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So, you think you changed, do you?
I must have. I don't remember things as I used to, and I don't keep the same size for 10 minutes together.
Are you content now?
I should like to be a little larger, sir, if you don't mind. 3 inches is such a wretched state to be.
What size you want to be?
I should like to be a little larger, sir, because 3 inches is such a wretched state to be.
I am 3 inches high, and it's a very good height indeed.
But I'm not used to it.
One side will make you grow taller, and the other side will make you grow short.
One side of what? The other side of what?
The mushroom, of course.
Which is which?
I don't know. I don't care.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation from the Duchess to play croquet.
Thank you. And there is no salt in knocking. And that's because of two reasons. First of all, I'm on the same side as the door as you are. And secondly, they're making such a noise inside. No one could possibly hear you.
How can I get in?
It could make sense if we had the door between us. For instance, if you were inside and I was outside, you could knock and I could let you out.
But how can I get in?
I shall wait here for today, tonight, and the other day. I shall wait till next week and next month maybe. But I shall wait here.
But what am I supposed to do?
Anything you like.
Hold up. Before we start with the scene, I'd like to explain what's going on first. So this is the house of the Duchesses. This is the first Duchess, and this is the second Duchess. And this is their mother. The Duchesses are very spoiled, and that's why their mother has a servant for everything, like their fashion designer. Except for cooking, which the mother does all by herself. And they're getting ready for the royal cricket game right now. That's why they have to be super fancy. Keep going.
Oh, mia figlia, sarai la più bella sera. You will be like the prettiest tonight.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You're gonna be like the prettiest. No, you'll be the prettiest. We're both
What are you doing?
getting ready for the cricket game with the Queen. Duh.
And why are cats green like that?
It's the Cheshire cat.
But isn't the Cheshire cat a weird pet to have?
Oh my god. Thank you. Is your brain as small as you? It's not like our pet.
It comes and it goes.
It disappears and it reappears. Oh my god, do you remember the time that Queen couldn't be beheaded?
Oh my god,
no!
What are they talking about?
When the queen was going to be beheaded, it made his own bed disappear and said, "Can you behead something that doesn't have a body to be beheaded?"
That thing is weird as heck.
True. Hey girls, don't you just enter? You are going to be late for the croquet with the queen.
Okay, mommy.
Mamma va bene.
Which way to go, please? That
Bad.
deal of leg you want to get to.
I don't want to wear.
Dad, it doesn't matter which
Way to
go.
So long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that if you only go long enough.
What sort of people live about here?
In that direction lives the hatchet. And in that direction lives the lonely hare with the killer you like. They are both mad.
This one is by far the maddest I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm late for the team party!
Stop! So, as you probably understood by now, this is a tea party, which is a very usual occurrence around here. So usual, in fact, that even the time and the guests are always the same. Like Dormouse here. Dormouse is always sleeping. And let me give you a secret, that's because of her treacle addiction. That's why she's always sleepy, but don't tell her I said that. And then we have the March Hare, who is a very angry fellow. And he's always angry because, well, we don't know why, but he is. And then we have the Mad Hatter here. To be honest, the biggest mystery to me in Wonderland is why we call him the Mad Hatter when everyone around is kind of crazy, but oh well, keep going.
And I hope the hare won't be right mad. He can't feel that angry now, you know. He's having tea with friends.
Twinkle, twinkle,
Little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. There's plenty of room.
Have some wine!
I don't see anyone.
Because there isn't any.
Then it wasn't very simple of you to open.
And it wasn't very simple of you to sit down without being invited!
I didn't know it was your table. It's like for many great more than three, you know.
Your hair was cutting.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
Now,
Why is a very good writing lesson? I believe I can guess that.
You believe that you think you can find out the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean!
I do. At least I mean what I say. That's exactly the same thing.
not the same thing as it. You might just as well say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might just as well say that I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like.
You might as well say that I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing with you. Now, what your motto is it?
The fourth.
Too late, wrong!
but it was the best butter.
That's a really funny watch. It tells what day of the month it is, but it doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
No, but it's because it stays on the same year for such a long time together.
Oh, just in case with mine.
I don't understand you.
Oh, the dormouse is asleep again.
Of course, just where I was going to breakfast.
Have you guessed it yet?
No, I gave up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Nora, that's why we asked you in the first place.
You should do something better with time than wasting it with asking riddles that has no answers to it.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't want by wasting it.
Said him. I don't know what you mean.
I dare say you never even spoke to time.
I haven't, but I know I have to beat time when I learn music.
Oh, that accounts for it. He won't stand beat. Now, if you only kept on good terms, he'd do almost anything you like with the clock. For instance, suppose it were 9 o'clock in the morning, just time to begin lessons. You'd only have to whisper a hint to time, and run goes the clock in a twinkling. 1:30, time for dinner.
I only wish it all.
That would be grand, certainly, but then I wouldn't be hungry for it, you know?
Not at first perhaps, but you could keep it to 1:30 as long as you like.
Is that the way you meant?
Not I! We curled last March, just before he went mad. You know, at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and I had to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder what you're at. You know the song perhaps?
Yes.
You know, it goes on in this way. Above the world so fly, like a teacher in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle. Well, I hardly finished the first verse when the queen jumped up and bawled out, "He's murdering the time off his head!"
How dreadfully salad.
And ever since then, he won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6 o'clock.
Is that why there are so many teachers put out here?
Yes, it's always tea time, and we have no time to watch the things we love.
So you keep moving around, I suppose.
Exactly so. And the things get used up.
I hope the young lady tells us a story.
I'm afraid I don't know any.
Then the normal show! Wake up the house!
I wasn't asleep. I heard everything you were saying.
Tell us a story!
Please do.
And be quick about it, or you'll be asleep again before it's done.
Okay, gather around. Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and their names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly. And they lived on the bottom of the well.
What did they live on?
They lived on treacle.
They can't have done that, you know, they have been ill.
So they were very ill.
But why did they live at the bottom of the well?
Take some more tea.
I can't take more tea because I didn't take any tea yet.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to make more than nothing.
Nobody asked your opinion.
Ha! Who's making personal remarks now?
Then why did they live at the bottom of the well?
It was a treacle well.
There is no such a thing.
If you can't be civil, then you better finish the story for yourself.
I'm sorry, I won't interrupt again.
I want to clean up. Let's all move one place on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you're at.
This was the stupidest tea party I've ever been in my entire life. This is the stupidest place I've ever been to in my entire life. I don't even know where I am here.
Wait. You can keep going. So, Alice doesn't like it here in Wonderland. I mean, what a little whiny girl, right? So hard to please. Yeah, I mean, sure, she just fell down here and everyone's crazy, and most of the people are ignoring her, and some of them are even quite mean to her, and she doesn't know who she is and where she came from. But still, I mean, it's Wonderland, right? Anyway, keep going.
I know that I'm running out of time. I want it all. And I'm wishing they stop trying to turn me off. I want it all.
don't go splashing paint over me like that.
I couldn't have it. Save it forever.
That's right, Five. Always lay the blame on others.
You're better than told.
I heard the mistake only yesterday. You decided your head.
What for?
That's none of your business, too.
Yes, it is his business. You run from seats.
Well, of all the unjust things.
Why are you painting those words? What are you doing?
Oh, why the fact is, you see, miss, this here ought to have been a red rosary and we put up a white one instead. And if the queen was to find it out, we should all have our heads beheaded, you know. So you see, we do our best before she comes to here and behead us.
The queen!
What's your name, child?
I'm Alice, Your Majesty.
And who are these?
Why should I know? That's not a business of mine.
Oh, with her head! Oh!
Nonsense!
Consider Lamia, she's only a child.
Do you play cricket?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Well, come on then.
Are you waiting for an invitation?
Hold up. So, this is a very peculiar game of cricket where the bats are flamingos and the balls are very, very ugly hedgehogs. Well, what do you expect with that woman ruling the kingdom?
Excuse me?
Keep pointing.
Off with his head!
Not for them. The hedgehogs, you see.
Get to your places!
Sorry.
Ooh, it's a very beautiful day, Jonathan, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Where are the duchesses?
Hush! She's under the sentence of execution.
What?
Did you say what a pity?
No, I didn't. I said, what for? Because I don't think it's a pity at all.
She boxed the Queen City. Hush! The Queen.
I said get to your places! Off with his head! Off with her head!
They're dreadfully fond of beheading people in here. Great wonders that there's anyone left alive.
How are you getting on?
I don't think there are any rules, and if there are rules, nobody attends to them.
How do you like the queen?
I don't like it at all. I mean, she's extremely likely to win this. It's hard to work while finishing the game.
The trial is about to begin. The trial. The trial.
Trial of the knave, who stole the queen's last tart. And I mean, as you can see from the queen's appearance, no offense, she seems to enjoy her tarts very much. Shut up. And as you can probably tell by now, the queen's kind of a psychopath, so her favorite sentence is beheading. That's what the trial is about. Keep going.
Harold, read the accusation.
Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Consider your verdict.
Not yet, not yet. There's a great deal to come before that.
Call the first witness. First witness.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, for bringing these in, but I hadn't quite finished my tea when I was sent for.
You ought to have finished. When did you begin?
14th of March.
No, 15.
It's 16.
Write that down. Take off your hat.
It isn't mine.
Stolen?
No, I keep them to sell. I have none of my own. I'm a hatcher, you see.
Give your evidence and don't be nervous or I'll have you executed on the spot.
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty, and I hadn't begun my tea. Not above a week or so, and what with the bread and butter getting so thin, and the twinkling of the tea.
The twinkling of the what?
It began with the tea.
Of course, the twingles began with the tea. Do you think I'm a fool? Go on!
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty, and most things twinkled after that. Only the martyr said.
No, I didn't. I deny it. You want that part.
And the dormouse said. Twinkle.
Write that down.
Well, after that, I cut some more bread and more butter. I'm a poor man, Your Majesty.
You're a very poor speaker.
If that's all you know about this situation, then you may stand down.
Well, I'm already on the floor. I can't go no lower.
Then you may sit down.
I'd rather finish my tea.
Call the next witness.
Call the next witness!
Give your evidence.
I shan't.
Well, that is that then.
Your Majesty must cross-examine.
If I must, I must. What are the tarts made of?
Pepper mostly.
Trickle.
Collar that dormouse! Behead that dormouse! Suppress her! Paint her! Up
Call the next witness.
I wonder what shall the next witness look like, for they haven't got much of anything yet.
The next witness is Alice.
Here?
What do you know about this business?
Nothing.
Nothing whatever?
Nothing, whatever.
That's very important.
Unimportant, Your Majesty means, of course.
I mean unimportant, of course. Important. Unimportant. Important. Silence! Rule number 42! All persons that are a mile high must leave the court!
I'm not a mile high.
You are!
Nearly 2 miles high.
Well, I shan't leave at any rate. Besides, that's not a regular rule. He just invented it now.
It is the oldest rule in the book.
Then it ought to be number 1.
Consider your verdict!
There's more evidence to come yet. Please, Your Majesty, this paper has just been picked up.
What's in it?
It seems to be a letter written by the prisoner to somebody.
It must have been that. Unless it was written to nobody, which isn't usual, you know.
Well, it's not a letter after all. It's a set of verses.
Are they in business and writing?
No.
You must have imitated somebody else.
Please, Your Majesty, I didn't write it, and they can't prove I did.
If you didn't sign it, that only made the matter worse. You might need to have some initiative, or else you are signing your name like an honest man.
That proves her guilt.
That proves nothing of the sort. You haven't even read them yet.
Read them.
Where do you want me to begin?
Begin at the beginning, then go till the end, then stop.
They told me he had been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim. He said in my word I not come. You know it to be true, if we're wrong, what will become of it? My notion was that you had been an obstacle that came in. Him, ourselves in it. Him, ourselves in it. Him, ourselves in it. Him, ourselves in it. Him, ourselves in it.
This is the most important piece of evidence we have heard yet.
If any of them can explain it, I don't believe there is an atom of meaning in it.
If there's no meaning in it, this is a world of trouble. You know, if we need to try to find any, let the jury consider their verdict.
No, no, no! Sentence first, verdict afterwards!
Stuff and nonsense. The idea of having the sentence first.
Hold your tongue!
I want!
Off with her head!
Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head!
Oh my God, Alice, are you okay?
I fell.
Must have hit your head.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry about today. That woman's crazy. You didn't deserve to be fired today.
Yeah, but I think I was so over that job. I think I'm gonna take a leap of faith and start believing in myself, like my mother says I should.
That's really good. Do you have any plans?
Yeah, I'm going to open a cafe. Wonderland Cafe for those bored of the real world.
A little of madness is key.
Yeah.
Do you have any time for some coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Bu bizim için çok uzun ve komplike bir süreç oldu. Ve bize yardım eden pek çok insan oldu. Şimdi bu insanlara teşekkür etmek istiyoruz. Öğretmenlerimiz, Almanca öğretmenimiz Neslihan Yıldız bize İncekara'ya, Hoca'ya da çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Kahraman Türk, Ali Nesimi, Ali abi, Ayla abla olmak üzere bütün Sakarya personeli. Teşekkür ediyoruz ve son arkadaşlarımız Barış Yüzyıldırım, Doğaçlı, tabii ki son olarak sabırla bizi bu oyuna hazırlamamızda her aşamasında yardım eden sevgili öğretmenlerimiz Melisa, Selin Gülsü ve
çok eğlendik. Sinirlendik de bazen. Ama genel olarak çok eğlendik. Oscar çok iyi iş geldi bugün. Arkadaşlarımız çok emek verdi. Bu alkışlarınız lütfen onların emeğine olsun. Bize yardım eden herkese çok teşekkür ediyoruz. İzlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim.